What's up?
Alright, so today let's talk about Gunna, alright? And why he's S tier. So let's start from the beginning. So Gunna, or as his scientific name,
Sergio Giovanni Kitchens,
is a singer, rapper, writer, songwriter, hash singing slasher, and he's best known for his collaborations with Lil Baby and Young Thug. Currently, he's signed to many records including Atlanta Records, YSL Records, 300 Entertainment, and ETC. He released his debut album on February 22nd, 2019, and then followed it up by one in the following year. These projects really made him a big name in the music industry. But in order to see why he's S tier, we have to start from his beginnings. So at the age of 15, also known as the prime age to start SoundCloud rapping, Gunna started rapping as well, and he released many songs including Hard Body, and during this time, he didn't go by Gunna, he went by an entirely different name, Young Gunna. Yeah, we're gonna listen to a little bit of Young Gunna.
I know you're go all like me. Hard body, hard body, hard body. I know you're go all like me. Hard body, hard body, hard body, hard body. I know you're go all like me. Hard body.
So yeah, that sucks. I can't really say too much because the music video on YouTube has like 44,000, so obviously people like it, but in my opinion, it sounds like a sample of a vacuum cleaner and then Gunna's auto-tune voice on top. It doesn't match up, honestly. But every rapper has this phase when they first start. They're not good at all. I mean, I used to be absolute garbage when I first started, and I still am now. But honestly, this is not that bad of a song for a rapper that just started. I mean, listen to this.
She just want my love, so she gon' love me. I got them all white tee fazers on my feet, and you know my boxers, PSD. I might just go fuck on your cousin today, or I might shoot up your school today. I'm with the boys and you already know we finna act stupid today. Wee!
I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a lot better than Gunna. But we can't just judge on one song. Let's listen to one more Young Gunna song.
All I ever wanted was a Ferrari. All I ever wanted was a caddy. Pulling up off of a hard body. Start 10, you can look inside. Hoes when they get inside. All I ever wanted was a Ferrari. All I ever wanted was a caddy. Pulling up off of a hard body. Start 10, you can look inside. Hoes when they get inside. I just wanna pull.
Alright, let's stop. Yeah, Young Gunna sucks. Okay, so let's get back into this. So after the breaking hit of Hard Body that Young Gunna released, he met a certain fellow called Young Thug. And this person, I don't really want to say the word, but carried Gunna into his success, really. Or at least helped him a lot in his success. Now, I'm not trying to say that Young Thug gave Gunna his success, but I don't think he would be at where he is now without him. And I really say this because Gunna got his name in the music industry from one song in Young Thug's album, Floyd Mayweather. And this wasn't just some throwaway song where you just listen to it and it's like, damn, that's good, and then throw it in the trash. Nah, this song featured people like Travis Scott and Gucci Mane. And it was actually a good song. Now, how much dick do you have to suck in order to get in a song with Travis Scott, Gucci Mane, and Young Thug after you just made Hard Body, bro? It honestly doesn't make sense, but it's part of the Gunna timeline. And following this timeline, we got his actual first album, Drip Season. And this is the album that really got him clout, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, he wasn't ridiculously famous, but he had a decent fan base, in my opinion. Now, I never really listened to him at this time, and I'm glad to say that I didn't, because it sucks, and no hard feelings. Now, on a measure of heat, I would rate this album like, room temperature. And I'm saying room temperature and not below absolute zero, because, in my opinion, it really shaped Gunna's style that will be present in the future. But this is when he really created his style of rap and solidified as a unique artist, but it's still not the quality we have today. Okay, so in his songs like Hard Body, he honestly just sounded like a regular rapper, honestly more like a YouTube rapper, but now he's Gunna. Suck more dick. So next on the Gunna timeline, we got Drip Season 2. Now you'll start to see a trend here where Gunna likes to put the word drip in the title of his albums. Now if you don't already know what drip means, it pretty much means style or fashion in clothing.
It also means you're very sexy.
So Gunna likes to use the word drip because he's stylish. Or he's dripping because of all the sweat that's pouring down from raiding the nearby McDonald's. Anyways, let's get into Drip Season 2. Not gonna play that much because I really don't want to get copyright struck again. But anyways, let's go.
Got some rest in my bed, rest in my plans, yeah. Took a flight to Japan, had to take a Zan, yeah. Peel off the lot in that photo, new minds. Pull up with that bag and we bout to go shopping. Walk outside, says we know that I'm copping. I got some Tom Ford, yours tonight. Went straight to the top like a fitted. Still got some act in the frigid. Pour, let count on these riches.
Damn. Okay, so Drip Season 2 is pretty good. Drip Season 2 got some fire names for their tracks, like Belly of the Beast, Money Talking, or Park the Car. Yeah, that sounds really boring. Alright, this album's a 4 out of 10. So now we got Drip Season 3, okay? Also known as his first good album, okay? This is not an opinion. This is a fact, okay? So, this is because the cover is fire, and the songs are firer, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this album's got everything you need, and it'll put hair in your chest and nipples.
Maybe it depend on my mood. More bookies and payments and shit, they got huge. Hop in the spaceship, take it to the moon. Cold hearts on my faces and help me look cool. Her pussy stay wet, we don't gotta use.
So obviously for copyright reasons, I had to change it and I slowed it down. And there's really nothing wrong with this album. The only thing wrong is probably the labels, because they won't let me use this song without getting the copyright butt plug. If you want to listen to this album, you gotta listen to it on your own. But other than that, this album has probably some of my favorite songs. Just to list some, we got Spending Addiction, Top Off, and Mistress. And those are just some, to name a few. And this is around the time where I first learned about Gunna, and I actually enjoyed him. So I'm gonna give this album a 9 out of 10. Because it's, okay. So we got Drip Season 1. We got Drip Season 2. We got Drip Season 3. And even a 2-year-old will know what's next. Drip Season 4.
Drip or drown, baby.
Yes, Drip or Drown. You've heard it here, folks. Drip or Drown, also known as Gunna's most forgotten album. Honestly, as of recording this, I kind of forgot that was a thing. And it's honestly for a good thing, because most of the songs are so forgettable. I can't remember one good song except for the song that has the same name as the name of the album, Drip or Drown. And even so, the Lil Yachty remix with that is better. And I swear to God, people be forgetting their numbers because I say, yo, do you like Drip or Drown 2? They say, yeah. And then I say, yo, how about Drip or Drown 1? Be like, what's Drip or Drown 1? And then they say, I didn't even know Drip or Drown 1 was even a thing. Now, how does that make sense? There's a number 2, there has to be a number 1. Most of the times. So let's take a little gander at this album.
Tryna find paradise, ain't tryna see that light. I've been praying through life. 4G, I don't look, blow a kiss. I'm going live space, love with dead face. I steady gaining weight.
Oh god, did this guy really just said I'm steady gaining weight?
I steady gaining weight.
He's really flexing about getting fat. Wait.
Oh my god.
Well, in terms of the album, it was a 2017 album, but I still expected more from Gunna. I mean, the album was bland, boring, and overall just bad. I would give this like a 3 out of 10. Gordon Ramsay would not approve.
Where's the lamb sauce?
I ain't burning neither one of them. Y'all crucified, burn me. We burn.
Lambs.
What's up?
Alright, so now that we filtered out all the garbage, let's get into the actually good stuff, okay? We're starting first off with Drip Harder. And this was a collaboration album with Lil Baby and Gunna. And at the time, they both weren't really that poppin' until they dropped this heat. Many people, including me, saw these two characters as best friends. SpongeBob and Patrick have nothing compared to the bond that these two shared. And it wasn't just these two that made the album great, it was also the people that featured in it. Lil Durk, Nav, Tay Keith, Turbo, Wheezy, Young Thug, Jesus Christ, One Punch Man, and above all, Drake. So yeah, this album has some pretty big names in it, and people obviously had high expectations, and I think they succeeded with that. And I absolutely love the name, Drip Harder. See, I'm pretty sure they took Gunna's Drip, and then they took Lil Baby's Hard, and then combined them into Drip Harder. And after listening back to this album from not listening for like 2 years, I gotta say, some of the songs, I forgot how good these were. Especially Never Recover with Drake. I completely forgot how good that was. Now, I'm not trying to say that this was by far Gunna's best album, because it really wasn't. I'm just trying to say that usually in an album, you will find a bunch of bad songs, and then like 3 or 2 to shine above the rest. And if you say that's not true, you're obviously lying to yourself. But in this album especially, I found that there was a small amount of bad songs, and that there was neutral songs, good songs, and then amazing songs. I still do believe that all the songs were at least decent though. Now, before this album came, there was a single with Lil Baby and Gunna called Sold Out Dates, which I believe sparked their connection, and then that drove them to make this album. And after this album, they blew up. Hiroshima bombed that shit. So I'm giving this like an 8.5. I did think all the lyrics are good, but my favorite part is definitely the beats. And Turbo is definitely one of the most underrated producers.
Run that back, Turbo.
So now we get into the Big Daddy project, my favorite album, Drip or Drown 2. Now many people say that this is his real debut album because this was his first solo project that was actually decently good. And not only do I agree with that, but I honestly think this is one of the greatest albums ever. This album really made me a big fan of Gunna, and honestly he's one of my favorite rappers now. The vibe, the melody, the lyricism, all that matched so well in order to make this masterpiece. Now for Drip Harder, I pretty much said there's songs that are bad, neutral, good, and amazing. But with Drip or Drown 2, it's either neutral, good, amazing, or God tier. And yes, it will make you come in your pants the first time you listen to it. And we had 2 songs leading up to this album, which was One Call and Speed It Up. And these songs were so good, it made me hype for the album. I can't fathom in numbers how many times I listened to One Call when it first came out. I would listen in the shower, in the car, while I'm beating my meat. That song would be on autoplay 24/7 every day. And when Speed It Up came out, oh my god, I listened to it every single day again. That shit was the definition of ear candy. And when the album finally came out and I listened to it, I was holding back tears from the sheer beauty. I remember the first week it came out, they changed the Pledge of Allegiance to Baby Birkin. But on a real note, I like this album so much that I even got a record of it. But granted, the record sounds like absolute crap because it's so much scratches from the packaging. I think I even saw a little cum sting. I would say that the only mediocre song on the album was probably I Don't Know Why. I like the vocals, but I really didn't like the beat all that much. And one of my favorite songs is probably Yao Ming. I love the melody, but I even love more the ear rape of the hi-hats in the left ear. So in general, we're gonna rate this album an 11 out of 10. It would have been a 12 out of 10 because I heard a lot of drip, but I didn't hear any drowning.
Lot of money, I can have a cash. Boy, flew back across the water with a passport. I'm getting yours this fast.
And finally, we got Wanna, okay? Now, Gunna is starting to break new grounds, okay? Freaking breaking timelines, freaking making black holes. He didn't use the word drip in an album. This sounds just as fake as the earth being round. Honestly, I thought aliens would come down to Earth before Gunna didn't use the word drip in one of his album names. So I guess since this is possible, I guess landing on the moon is possible. And we obviously know that was fake. Just kidding. But on a real note though, Gunna's newest project is pretty decent in my opinion. In the ranking scale, I would definitely put it number 3rd. Number 1 being Drip or Drown 2. Number 2 being Drip Harder. And then number 3 being Wanna. So overall, it's pretty good. The songs I really like were probably Skybox, Addy with Nietzsche, Dollars on My Head with Young Thug, and Wanna. These are just some of the good songs in Wanna, but I found that this album had some of his worst songs as well. These might include Feigning or Gimmick. And the reasons are these songs are either boring or they just really don't sound good. Like if you take Feigning for example, the beat is not good. It's so bad. I'm surprised Take Keith even made this. And then he got Gunna's voice on top using the worst auto-tune ever possible. I swear to God, they bought this from like a Chinese website and he also got a virus from it. This sounds like something Young Gunna would have made. That's probably the worst song out of the whole album. The other bad songs are just due to it being really boring to listen to. But other than those songs, the rest of the songs do slap a lot of ham. The album then eventually became number 1 on Billboard's Top 200, and this was Gunna's most successful album so far. And also, not really sure what's happening with the cover. It looks like a blow-up Gunna sex doll on top of a gyroscope. But after Wanna, he had to do what every other rapper does and make a deluxe version for absolutely no reason. He could have just put all the songs from the deluxe version and made that the regular version, but, you know, you gotta make that money. But I would say that the only good new song on the deluxe version is probably Street Sweeper with Future. But as a whole, I'll probably rate the album pretty high. maybe like a 10 out of 20. So now that we're done with all the albums, we could just talk about Gunna as a whole. So personally, I think that Gunna has the Drake treatment in collabs, which pretty much means for Drake that if he's in the song, the other person in the song will be kind of famous for like 30 seconds. But for Gunna, it pretty much means that the song will be underrated, which also means that it's a ridiculously good song, but it's not super famous. I would recommend listening to such songs like Jimmy Choo or Picasso, which both feature Gunna, and honestly I think he carried the song. And none of these songs are like super famous Billboard Top 100s, but honestly I feel like it should be. That's why I think Gunna is still kind of underrated as an artist and overshadowed by bigger names like Lil Baby or Da Baby or Baby Bottle Pop, but he is starting to be a bigger name in the music industry. I also like how Gunna is never in the news for drama, unlike other rappers, Kanye. He's pretty much only in the news if he releases a new song or a new album, which I think is a really good thing. So Gunna has like no bad rep or anything, and it should honestly stay like that. So as a rapper, artist, and person in general, Gunna experienced through a lot of albums, a lot of music, and a lot of different things, and finally, I do believe he deserves the S rank. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you feel the same or just enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like, okay? I'm posting a lot more unique content and a lot more content in general, so you should definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on that post notification bell so you get updated on my new uploads. Comment who you want to see next, and that's pretty much it. Anyways, thanks for watching. My name is Dan10, and I'm out. Peace.